car has been successfully sold in China alone for the above 12,000 units in August. That's what their achievement so far. And the achievement is that they are the first China's C-Class all-electric SUV surpassing the 10,000 unit of sales in their initial launch month. That's their achievement so far. And of course, from this, they concluded that the information that they have from that is this one. Majority of the buyers of this car in China are mostly for young. So for this, there are 5 new things, 5 core technologies that Geely introduced with this car. As we all know, they built this car on the GA platform, the Geely Electric Architecture platform, which is actually based on the SEA. And of course, they also introduced the Aegis short blade.
GEA, right?
GA, uncle, yes, GEA platform. They also introduced the Aegis short blade battery, LFP materials, and it comes with a Magic Cube TMS. TMS is for thermal management system. As we all know, battery, high voltage battery, the biggest enemy is either ultra low temperature or ultra high temperature. So to keep the temperature at optimum level, they have developed what they call a Magic Cube TMS. So basically, able to keep the temperature of this car at the optimum regardless of the weather outside. And of course, they have the 11-in-1 intelligent electric drive and also the Galaxy Flyme Auto on the interior. Right, so first thing they did, of course, they sent it for a test and they got this. So the 0 to 100 of this car is 6.75 seconds and it achieved a most test of up to 78.19 kilometers per hour with a top speed of 184 kilometers per hour. They claim it to be one of the best among all the competitors. And of course, let's talk about the battery. So the first thing first, the battery is made of Aegis short blade battery, LFP material, right? So for this, they have one of the best in terms of energy density. Previously, when we heard LFP, probably they are not that high level of energy density, but for the one in the Geely E5, they managed to have up to 192 watt-hour per kilogram of the energy density. Now, for this, what you get is first thing first, you get the ultra-fast charging, number 1. Number 2, you get a very durable, in the sense that this battery can be charged up to 100%, discharged to zero again, up to 2,500 cycles or 2,500 cycles. So you can multiply that whatever the range that about to become on. So that is pretty much the maximum range that this battery can last. And of course, it is ultra safe as well. So I have a very small video there. So as you can see, they have tested up with the 8 needle puncture test. They puncture the battery in 8 huge needles, and yeah, pretty much it didn't explode. So anti-flammable kind of thing as well. So this is part of things that they have developed with the Aegis short blade battery system. And then speaking of the electric drive, the motor that we have in this car, it produces up to 160 kilowatt of output, 320 Nm of torque, and with any energy max efficiency of a little above 90%. And speaking of energy consumption, they score only 11.9 kilowatt hour per 100 kilometers. Right, so it is slightly better, way better than certain of the competitors in this class. Right, so those are for the mechanical or the exterior things. Moving on to the inside, we have what we call a Galaxy Flyme Smart Cockpit system. It consists of 2 major things. The first one is the Flyme Auto is powered up by the 7nm long in-1 chip. It's actually the Geely self-developed chip. They call it automotive grade chip first, and then it starts moving. Alright? Okay. So that's what the chipset, self-developed by Geely, and also comes with the Flyme Auto, Flyme system. So basically, Flyme sound system, it comes together with what they call a one-off surround sound. It is a similar technology to the Dolby sound system that you are familiar with in the cinema, something like that, right? So basically, Geely, they call that is designed by China, but admired globally. They wanted this car, despite being designed by China, they want it to be a global car. So for that, they started doing a little on the global things. For example, the colors they offer up to 8 exterior colors in China. Yeah. Right? And for the interior, the Geely E5 comes with 3 different interior trims: white, black, and red. Right? And on the exterior, what they have is there are a few design cues that Geely E5 have. First thing is, of course, the luminous design front bumper. Has a little bit above 210 individual LEDs on the front bumper. Overhang edge headlight design kind of thing. And of course, from the A pillar all the way to the rear, all the way to the tail light, it has that classic SUV design, maximizing the space. Right? So those are all the exterior. Moving on to the interior, the first thing that you will notice is that this car has best in the class interior space. In this case, they claim up to 67.2% occupancy rate. So whatever the journeys, whatever the requirements that you and your family would like to have, this car will be able to fit them all. Particularly it's because of this. We have multi-areas or multi-storage areas inside the car. Right, so for example, underneath the seat we have one storage area, at the back and even the center console, there are big 14 liters of storage as well. And moving on to the back, you have this multi-layer floor on the boot space. So pretty much it goes deep down, so you can pretty much put any sort of any sizes of cargos that you wanted from there, right? And as for the rear seat, it has a very high cushioning rear seat, very comfortable for a long journey. And of course, it has this what we call a very much anti-claustrophobic, sorry. My bad. Okay, so the idea is that when you sit in this car, you have all the maximum views around the car that you can find. So pretty much, immersive, stunning experience that you guys to experience. And speaking of Flyme Auto, it consists a lot of updates and a lot of easiness in terms of center screen. For example, to start with, this strong chip computing allows you to have a very smooth operations when you connect your phones to it. Right, that's number one. Number two, it has the ease of access. Ease of access. Basically, you can swipe down from your screen. You can pretty much directly access any immediate or shortcut features that you want with the car. Later, Mr. Shinling and his colleagues will be able to show you when you get to the car later down there. And of course, you also have this what we call a multi-window or window mode, where you can view on one thing, for example, navigations and whatnot. Something pops up on your phone, it will be viewed directly onto the small portion of the screen. You also have what they call a smart bar. Smart bar refers to this portion right here, this here. So basically, it is sort of like a direct information, such as you're on the navigation, you change to media and whatnot. That smart bar will display your next navigation. For example, in 700 meters, you turn left and right, it will be displayed over there, so that you are constantly being updated in crucial informations. Number two is that you have the headrest speaker. So basically, let's say you on your main speakers for your audio for your families and whatnot, you can still use the headrest speakers at the driver's seat to answer call or to listen to the navigation. So pretty much, you can still listen to navigation or answer call without having to tune up. On top of that, so basically, this car they aim for outdoorsy a little bit. So first thing first, they have exterior speakers. Pretty much you can plug in your audios and listen outside as the mode. But the most important thing here is this. Your external power output now is up to 6 kilowatt. In comparison, some cars probably half than that. I can't mention which one, but yes, they're up to 6 kilowatt. So one of the best in the class right now, right? So you can pretty much power up everything when you go camping. Right, let's Flyme Auto Flyme sound system. So, speaking of Flyme sound system, it powers up to 1000 watts of power output, comes with a 1-notch surround sound system, right? And so basically those are for the interior and exterior of the car. So basically they are aiming for a very much faster response of the interior center console screens and a very better driving experience. Now moving on to the last part is this one, the Geely's EV safety. So we start with the passive safety first. Two things that they developed for the passive safety side. First thing is of course the cage-shaped body. So it consists of 8 horizontal bars with 2 vertical load paths, all in all ensuring that the car can withstand any impact on any side. You can think of forward, rear, or both sides are being well protected. The occupants are well protected, and of course the battery also is enclosed inside this cage. So you are pretty much, the battery are pretty much even more protected by any sort of impact that can endanger the occupants. And speaking of active safety, on the other hand, they have developed this, the GTCS. Basically, it is their all-weather traction control system. And during the test, especially on the very bad surface, like icy surface, they managed to reduce the ice slipping by about 50%. Something that, so that this car can remain stable. Just for information, all the cars that we have down there are front-wheel drive, so front motor. So they managed to make sure that the car have a very good traction. On top of that, it supports up to 72 modes. Now, 72 modes here is not, comfort 1, comfort 2, no, it's not. Basically, it consists of all these things. So you can customize your own regen setting, low, medium, or high. And on top of that, you can customize your own power steering setting. And also, you can even customize your brake pedal. Some people would love to have a very instant braking feedback from the brake pedal. Some probably wanted to have a little relaxed kind of brake pedal. So you can choose whatever settings that you want to suit your driving and also to suit where you're driving it, right? So, lastly is this one. This is what Geely call the limitless knob. So basically, as you know, this car now has 2 screens. All right, the main screen comes with touch screen, but we still give you this, what they call a limitless knob. Basically, you can pretty much use this knob to control everything that the touch screen has. Aircon control, radios, navigation, everything, giving you a physical haptic feedback, something that I think certain cars are missing, something that certain cars only want you guys to experience with the touch screen. Probably you won't be enjoying that much when you're driving it. So there's a limitless knob for you to rely on whenever you're driving the car, right? So lastly is of course this. It comes with 540 degrees of panoramic view. Now, some of you ask me why is 540, because it's 360 for surround the car. So the remaining is actually referred to underneath the car. You can see under the forms. So that is what we call the 540 degree panoramic view. Not just bird's eye view, but under the car as well. Right? So that is all from my side for the Geely E5 short product introduction.